little leaves off this. You can also eat the flowers. And make sure everybody gets, just take a little leaf or two and pass these around to everybody.
Ooh.
Thank you.
So, for example, oregano, everybody's heard about it, right? Here, just pass this around and everybody take a leaf or two. If it hits the ground, don't worry about it. It's fine. 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Just hit some. There you go.
Thank you. Okay. Make sure.
Oh yeah.
So volunteers help me out here.
What do you think? Yeah. Well, you can taste that, huh?
Eat the flowers if they're green. Eat the flowers.
Oh yeah.
So the question was, what about the flowers? Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Okay, so why does a plant make flowers, you guys? Does anybody have a good answer for that?
To attract
Well,
bees.
yeah, it does provide soil. So plants
Seeds.
do that, and one of the mechanisms is they get pollinated. But what are they trying to do? Trying to make seeds. Exactly. So if they get pollinated, they make seeds. So all a plant cares about is flowering and making seeds. That's it. They're not waiting for us to eat them, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Turns out that when a plant when the hormones shift in a plant, we talked a little about that this morning. There's a very subtle trigger that triggers all plants into going into flower and seed, and that is generally some sort of a stress. It's either stress or it's timing. I mean, these plants, every plant in here is working on frequency and vibrations. Okay, they go by the moon. I mean, I'm a professional cannabis grower, by the way, very professional, and I grow my own high CBD rich cannabis. So I teach physicians how to use that, but I've actually watched my cannabis plants at night track the moon, especially when they go into flower. When they go into flower, so all these plants, I consider them crazy females on a lot of hormones. And so it's taken me a long time to learn how to, help these girls not go into flower too quick, because I don't want them going into flower instantly. But when they do, they become even more powerful. So do you guys understand American Indian traditions that when a woman is on her period, that's when the American Indians think she's the most powerful, and they actually keep her away from ceremonies because they're afraid of her. But that's because they understand the power of the female, actually transitioning into being able to be fertile like that. Same thing with plants. So American Indians think the same thing about flowers and all this, and they use a lot of the flowers for medicinal purposes. What happens in a plant, it's the most powerful time for a plant. The plant is absolutely putting all its energy into making that flower. So I've done a little bit of measuring and figuring, but it's roughly 10x more nutrient dense to eat the flower than it is the leaf. So why don't we eat flowers? How many people are waiting until they're arugula flowers and they eat the arugula flowers? We don't. How many people are growing fennel like this and eating fennel flowers? Or check out, now that you have a piece of oregano, check out the difference between the leaves and the flowers. The flowers are going to be much more powerful. In fact, when I make herbs out of this stuff, I'll use that. I mean, my God. Did you taste the flower? Okay, everybody's got it? I mean, you're not going to believe it. Wait until it comes on in about 10 seconds.
You guys want one?
Okay, so what I'm teaching you right now is eating flowers is probably the healthiest thing in the world. Now, I've stretched the envelope and I've made complete salads out of flowers, which are wild looking. It's the most beautiful thing you ever saw. And then, of course, everybody goes, oh my God, I don't know if I can eat it, because you're not used to it. You don't have, romaine lettuce or iceberg lettuce in there. But you have all these nasturtiums, you have calendula, you got marigold, you got all these flowers, and then you go, it is such a blast of flavor, you almost can't take it. But that's the way food's supposed to taste, by the way. Okay, so that's oregano. Anybody who wants all this here, these little flowers and seeds. This is garlic. It's called garlic chive. So everybody walk by, if you like lightweight garlic chives, these are absolutely delicious. So garlic chive, but taste it. So anything with this little ball of flowers on it, like this, that's all garlic chives. So by the way, anybody who needs seeds, you notice that I let a lot of this go to seed, right?
Should you eat the leaves or what comes up to the flowers?
Just eat the leaves. Taste how subtle that is. Very